Hi, this is the second video demonstrating a solution for a damp checker or water checker in the basement of our old Victorian home. This is the PC HTML interface. There is another video for the iTouch, iPad, iPhone solution. So this is coming from the same web server, which is connected to a web service. That web service is then connected to two Picaxes, which is generating the user interface and the data. Quite clearly, the data source is the Picaxe. So the Picaxe is provided is electronically measuring the level of dampness, water on a sensor. Two floors from where it's currently sitting, and the current value is it's 0, therefore it's dry. It is dry. We have an alert status of 0, and what happens is when we go through some of the cycles, as I'll show you in a moment, we'll get different results, and we can simulate having a wet basement. So to refresh, we can refresh from here, which is different from the eye solution, because I can just use my finger. This has to go get the data, where the iPod just needs a swipe on, which is just refer to the bottom left corner. You can see it's got some information coming in there which we can't see on the iTouch, which is the XML data streaming out from the sensor itself. So there's XML data coming through to the web service. Web service is then presenting that through the HTML rendering engine in the web server, which is I'm then talking directly to. What else can I do in this interface? Similar to the other video, I can turn on automated sensing, and I get a warning, and now it will do a repeat session every 15 seconds to go and give me that alert. It's currently running on another computer as well, so it'll be quite interesting to see how it suffers. We'll just wait a few moments, and there we go. It's just refreshing it again and getting that data again. So it makes a request down to the Picaxe, and 8M Picaxe then responds to these requests. It then tells the 18X to provide the data, and it continues on until we press stop, which I think I'll do. Okay, so we turn off that sensor, so it's now back to manual update. What else can we do in here? We can see the status of the Picaxe. It's currently talking to an address called Nlight001, which is actually the serial adapter. It's on a particular Picaxe port, which is a port for it, so I can talk to it, and it's been running for 10 minutes 21 seconds, which is a surprise to me. Anyway, we can go back from here. We don't get all these options on the iTouch solution, because we don't need to have back buttons. We can do it a different way. We can mute the Picaxe if there's an alarm going off. We can reset the Picaxe, and we can do what's called a modal test, which I'll talk about in a second. So let's just do a modal test first. This essentially brings together two components of the circuitry in the Picaxe, and it brings together the two parts of the circuits to raise a damp alert. That damp alert then we'll have a look at that. It's contacting it. I've just pressed the back button, and it says it's wet. Current value is 107. That's because we've actually got an alert coming up, because we've caused that alert. We can mute it. There's a physical alarm going off in the basement at the moment. Meanwhile, the web service is counting the number of alerts coming out from the server, and it will send out email alerts, and all that I'll show you in subsequent videos. If we now go back and we look at the Picaxe data, which says it's been wet, it's currently wet, and we'll turn that off by I'm going to another computer. We can see it. I'll just turn off the modal alert on another computer, and then we'll do a refresh on this computer, and we'll see that we've got some values here of that are slightly different because I've turned the alert off. So it's now back to 0. Its current status is dry. It knows it's been wet, and we had a high value during that run of 132. Very useful during a flood. I'm just going back to the status page. I'll reset the Picaxe, I can reset the Picaxe. I will then, once that has happened, we'll go back and look at the screens. Wait a moment. So we'll go back. We'll look at the screens, and that should tell us that the Picaxe is booting, and that's again coming through the XML data from the Picaxe itself. And finally, what else are we doing here? We've reset it. We've looked at other things. We can do manual refreshes in here. We're actually updating the screen by simply clicking on here. It's easier to use on the iPod, to be quite honest, because you don't need to do a lot of these manual clicks. Okay, so that's the HTML rendering engine for the dump chicken.